Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Sacred Rose Tarot 1111. Today we have a message coming to us from Lady Nada, and it is about heart awakening. It says, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. And I think this is a really beautiful card. I've never drawn this card before, but I love all the pinks. There's like pinks and yellows and sort of like creamy beige colors here. It makes me think of very feminine colors, and I like how there's 3 here and 3 there. So there's 3 on each side, 7 roses all together, but it's very balanced. So this is very pretty. And since I haven't pulled this card before, we're going to read this one and see what her message is to us today. This card comes to us from the Keepers of Light Oracle Cards by Kyle Gray. And it says here, Lady Nada is said to be another incarnation of Mary Magdalene, but even if she is, the energies are slightly different. Lady Nada is a mighty spiritual priestess of love who once existed in the land of Atlantis. Wow, okay. She is the light force that helps us awaken our heart to the divine love we deserve, the light keeper whose essence allows the light within our heart to expand, revealing a true, real, naked, and vulnerable aspect of our soul. She brings an opportunity to experience divine love, whether through a relationship, adventure, or experience. The extended message says, the cave of your heart is opening wide for you to experience divine love. You have an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. This is a wonderful time to cherish and love yourself, and then allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others. If you feel love revealing itself clearly in your heart, have courage and move into a state of trust. You are reminded that when true love is present, when divine love is present, there are no obstacles to overcome. It will be there, clear, pure, and real for you to experience. Your relationships are being brought into harmony on all levels of your life. Give and receive divine love with yourself and all those around you. Wow, that's an incredible message. Oh my goodness. How beautiful. Thank you, Lady Nada, for this lovely message today. This is beautiful. Awesome. Okay. I love it. All right, moving right along. And so the Oracle card, this Oracle card is coming to us from the Sacred Rebels. And it's number 2, Inner Trust. And 2 talks about balance. So we have a lot of balance going on here. And on this card, Inner Trust, let's see. It's interesting when I was reading the Lady Nada card and it talked about, basically being bare, being naked, and sort of like completely vulnerable and raw, with allowing, giving, and receiving love and balance. When I look at this card, this Inner Trust in the number 2, balance, kind of makes me think like it helps to harness that inner trust by being vulnerable. And she's sort of stripped down because all she's wearing is a cloak in this picture. So let's see what happens in this message. All right, the Sacred Rebels Oracle, Guidance for Living a Unique and Authentic Life Guidebook by Alana Fairchild. All right. It says here, though it may be cloaked and hidden, within you lies natural magnificence, vibrancy, and true uniqueness. The harder this is for you to believe, the more growth this oracle is offering you now. Your opportunity for growth lies in letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world and to let go of any doubt about the wonder of what lies within you. This oracle brings you the message that it is time for you to trust yourself and let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You are being assured that you can trust your intuition and your own sense of things. Sometimes what you sense will be love, and you will open your heart and move easily towards the source of that love, be it in the form of another person, a new career, path, a project which you care deeply about and want to pursue, or a spiritual or creative practice that you are keen to explore. Sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this and will ask something different of you. It might be that you sense fear and sabotage lurking within someone's intentions, or in the situation around you. This oracle asks you to trust yourself, to find the most authentic and self-loving way to deal with that. Perhaps you have drawn this card because you are unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear or a lack of belief in your ability to support and care for yourself, or in the importance of your need for self-expression in your relationships. The Oracle of Inner Trust comes to you with this guidance. You know what you are doing. You have enough wisdom and intuition to be able to place yourself more fully in the world, to take steps to unhide yourself. Even if you feel you have no clue about what is happening at a broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what is taking place within or around you, you still have all the wisdom and intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through absolutely anything that life brings to your door. If you have been thinking of taking a leap of faith and doing things differently, whether in your personal life or your creative work, then this oracle brings a particular message to trust your instincts and go for it. This oracle comes at a time when the patterns of your life are shifting. You can take advantage of this shift and leap into an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. This is not a time for self-doubt or playing small. It is a time to get in touch with the courage, boldness, and daredevil within, and to take that step, big or small, into the future that is beckoning you forward. You have the wings to fly. Sometimes we don't realize it until we leap over the edge of what we have known and begin to soar into a new life. Wow. That is very interesting. So you already have everything you need. And you have to trust. Even if you're afraid of opening up to love, maybe there was past betrayal or something that you've experienced, and it talked about, being afraid of that happening. Don't get stuck on that. Don't let fear prevent you from being able to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and love. All right, let's see what the tarot cards here. I asked to clarify. The first card out is Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles speaks of having either a new offer coming in, having a new idea. This is something that is stable. It's something you've worked on. Maybe you're ready to show with this inner trust. You've been working on something new and you want to show it to the world. And it did speak about, when I read that card, something about if you had some sort of creative endeavor or something that you wanted to work on. Maybe you've done that work and now you're ready to share it. We also have Ten of Swords. And I think this also talks about, this card talks about, traditionally speaking in tarot, it talks about betrayal. It's like, to me, the worst card in the deck, because it's actually something like has happened that's been very devastating. You can see this guy on the ground. He's like totally stabbed in the back and he's like, gross, he's like, ah. So I think when this card was talking about, don't be afraid to love, even if you've been betrayed in the past, trust your intuition. If you see red flags in a situation, like in a new relationship or whatever, that's starting to blossom or something, if you see red flags, it's time to move on. Like, let it go. Don't hold on to something that doesn't need to be held on to. And also, if you turn away and ignore red flags off the bat, they're going to get you and they're going to bite you, and then you're going to get a betrayal later on. So it's better to deal with that early on rather than have a Ten of Swords situation. And in doing so, you're closing out a cycle of those old patterns. And because you're trusting yourself and you're moving in new light and walking in love and having the faith that Lady Nada is awakening your heart, reawakening it in some cases, you're starting a new cycle, because the World card speaks about completion. Something has been completed. And now you have new offerings, new beginnings, new abundance coming in. This could be divinely orchestrated. You could have new spiritual gifts perhaps coming into you. And here we are, the Fool card. I'm not surprised. Whenever I was reading this, kind of talked about taking that leap of faith, the picture in my mind was this card. So here it is, the Fool card. And it's just encouraging you further to take that leap of faith. And you can pretty much do whatever you want. Start something new. Start something that, it speaks to your passion, to your creativity. We also have the Hierophant. So we have like 3 major arcana back to back, don't we? well, not the Ace of Pentacles, but the World card. So there's a lot of energy here, a lot of power. Major Arcana is a lot of energy. So the Hierophant speaks of like, it can speak of marriage. It can speak of pursuing higher education. It could speak of like being traditional. So maybe you're, also it could speak of like your spirituality. Maybe you're pursuing some new spiritual endeavor. Maybe you are looking into something new. You could also be going to school. Maybe you're going to go to school to be a naturopath or a healer or do Reiki, or maybe you're going to learn how to do past life hypnotherapy. You know, anything. It could be anything, right? But it's right after, it comes right after the Fool, is like you're doing some sort of new beginning and you're taking a leap of faith and it's changing something. Oh, we have another Major Arcana. We have Judgment. So you've called Judgment on the past. So you've decided to go with this Inner Trust card here, right here. And maybe you're seeing angel number 1010. That would be a synchronicity. That's your angels reminding you that you're on the right path and you're supported and you're divinely supported and you're doing the right thing. So they want to encourage you to keep going. 1111 on the timer. As we said that. So 1010 and 1111, we've had some progression happening. So good. And so we've called Judgment on the things of the past. And we're no longer going to be bogged down by anything that held us back in the past. Such as the Devil. When the Devil card comes out, this speaks of these heartaches, these heartbreaks, these betrayals. Maybe you had an issue in the past of codependency. Maybe you were in toxic relationships. Maybe you fought too long to stay in those toxic relationships and were somehow chained and bonded to these people or person or situations or things or places. So when I see this Four of Pentacles come out right after the Devil, that tells me this was because this is like lack mentality, lack-minded, holding on to something too strongly. So this tells me this is very much codependency related. You also probably had scarcity mindset, being afraid of being alone, perhaps. Feeling like by yourself you didn't have enough, or you were not enough, or you played it small. And so you felt like you needed to be partnered up, even if it was a toxic relationship. And that's behind you. That you put that to rest. You put that in the past. King of Swords is here. King of Swords is somebody who embodies a very logical, intelligent, intellectual individual. It's a masculine energy. Keep in mind, we all have masculine and feminine energies. This could be speaking of making a mind over heart decision when you decided to cut that out of your life and move on and have your inner trust. We also have Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups is somebody who's very intuitive, emotional, supportive, emotionally available, a loving, nurturing individual. So after you made this sort of mind over heart decision and cut out and moved away from that other stuff there, we have moving forward in love and trusting yourself and recognizing that you are enough, that you are worthy of actual love and an actual right relationship, and you don't have to settle or make yourself small. And now you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy. I love this for you because whoever has gone through this, this is a huge, excuse me, this is a huge jump to make, going from that codependency, lack, and scarcity mindset, cutting it out, moving forward and loving yourself back to life. And like, wow, Nine of Pentacles, and you're kind of, this is like the single, happy, abundant card. And you see that in this picture, she's wearing like nice robes. She's got everything she could possibly need. She's supported. She's abundant. All of these vineyards behind her are full and ripe. The harvest is ready. She is holding this pretty bird over here and just kind of looking like she doesn't have a care in the world because she's put all this work in and now she's like living the good life. So that's beautiful. I'm happy. I love that for you, whoever this is resonating with. Next, we have Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles talks about collaboration, working together with other people. Perhaps you're teaming up on a project. You're going to work together with some other people to do something. This could be working together to build something new, work on a project, build something together. And this is, when you see the Three of Pentacles, it's not just like anybody working together. These are people that are skilled in their craft, people that are like masters in what they do. They're like, they've mastered what they do. And so you've got these people looking together to build something, and they each bring something unique, and they are highly skilled and qualified for whatever you're setting out to do. So you could have new potential creative endeavors, intellectual endeavors, spiritual endeavors, whatever this is. It's a collaborative team effort. Somebody wants to collaborate with you. And we have the Tower here. So this could be shocking and unexpected to you, even, that these people want to work with you. It could be something that you maybe were thinking about for a long time, but you just sort of let it go by the wayside because maybe you didn't have time to carve out for it. Maybe you felt like you needed more skills or more practice, or something was missing. Because when I see the Tower, it can also be like when the divine, I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, God move or move me. So when that happens, it's like somebody feels like they've sort of hit this like stagnant place. And so sometimes the divine will like shake it up. It's just like, we'll move you. He's throwing these people out of this tower here. So this could be something where you had some sort of internal desire to do something, or maybe a longing in your heart for a really long time. It could be since childhood that you wanted to do, and then the divine intervened, and now you're going to be on some sort of collaborative effort to make it happen, to come to fruition. Next, we have Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is somebody who embodies intuition, love. They're emotional, like they're emotionally available. And this is a knight that is coming forward with some sort of an offer. So this could mean that somebody's moving in your direction with an offer, a bona fide offer. If you have some sort of new relationship, or like in this card was saying, don't be afraid to reopen up back in, to allow love in after a betrayal, you know, that kind of thing. You may have somebody that's interested in you and wants to bring forth a bona fide offer of love. Take it how it resonates. If that is the case, you may have a decision to make. You may be sort of trying to figure out if it's right for you or not. Sometimes it could mean about being in two minds of a situation, sort of like specifically with this card, how we talked about some sort of past betrayal. Don't get stuck on, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again? Instead, trust the divine, trust yourself, trust your intuition like we talked about. And if you see red flags early on, nip it in the bud, close it off immediately. Don't stay in a situation for too long that you shouldn't be in. So be decisive. And we have the Emperor. So when you do that, when you step into that like Emperor energy, and you are, excuse me, somebody that takes decisive action, somebody that knows what they want, they stand on business. Excuse me, I had to get a drink. This is like a boss, you know. They're not going to take any crap off of anybody. And so when you're in your Emperor energy, nobody's going to like betray you and do the things that this card talked about having overcome. And as the Emperor, you're sort of like, you know, at the top of your game. And the flip side of this, because I'm getting two messages from this, as long as you're not in two minds, perhaps this Knight of Cups bringing you this offer will evolve into the Emperor and actually bring you a divine masculine. If you happen to be a divine feminine, your counterpart, the Emperor, because the divine feminine is the Empress. And so I'm getting a lot of Empress energy from this card when she's healed up And the divine is reminding you, stay soft, because I get a lot of Empress energy from Lady Nada's card as well. To heart awakening, staying soft, staying in that loving energy, and not closing the heart out, and not being, closed off. So I feel like this could be a relationship type of message, especially with heart awakening. But there's definitely something about yourself and overcoming a lot of stuff. You have overcome some stuff. Don't diminish that. Recognize yourself, your value, and your worth. Love yourself. Put yourself first. And don't close your heart off. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. But keep that in mind. The key here is balance. And as long as you give and receive love in balance, you should be able to arrive at the Empress and Emperor type of energy with that balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine. Okay, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This helps to grow the channel. Also, please remember that not all messages are going to resonate, so take what does and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Thank you, Lady Nada, for today's message. Love and light. Take care.